Hey, I'm Bill Merriman, and this is A Nose for Life. Only that's not me, that's Carolyn. And if you're a subscriber, it's likely that you already know my wife, Carolyn. If you don't know Carolyn, well, here she is. And typically in our videos, that's where she likes to be, behind the camera or behind the scenes making things happen. Carolyn isn't just an important part of this channel. That's how bosses compliment employees that can be replaced. No, this channel, Bill Merriman A Nose for Life, is as much her channel as it is mine. Carolyn doesn't know I'm sharing this. It's not that Carolyn's shy or anything like that. It's that she's passionate about her part in our video creating endeavors. Carolyn's also passionate about her photography. And that's what this video is all about. And I really hope you'll enjoy watching this video until the end because you might learn something about color, taking your own pictures, or maybe you'll learn about following through with your own goals. Either way, I'm so grateful you're watching. Now let's get started. Carolyn's been taking pictures since I've known her. Okay, there's taking pictures and there's photography. Most people take pictures. In fact, Business Insider estimates that 1.2 trillion photos were taken in 2017, and we can probably assume that the number of pictures taken in a year has increased. But really, photography is an art. Merriman Webster defines photography as the art of producing images by the action of radiant energy and especially light on a sensitive surface such as film or an optical sensor. Carolyn's always loved taking pictures, but it wasn't until about 4 years ago that she started toying with the idea of turning her passion into art. The first thing I noticed is that Carolyn wanted to take better pictures. Well, I could help with that. I was a journalism major in college for about 15 minutes in 2 semesters. I don't think I went to those classes, but I held a camera a few times. Plus, Carolyn worked with people in media, so she learned a thing or two by osmosis. She also discovered digital photo editing, so for a while the masterpieces she created with her iPhone were highly saturated and filtered, kind of like some of my videos. Carolyn was learning what she could do more than why she was doing it, and that's where most people stay. But not Carolyn. And that's when I started paying attention to her passion. Carolyn finally got her hands on a good camera, great software, and a computer that works as hard as she does. And that's where her story kind of begins. And that's about the same time we started this channel.
Somewhere down this hill behind me is a bridge and water. By the way, you're not supposed to come into the forest by yourself. I remembered that 30 minutes into the walk.
This enabled Carolyn's subjects to vary, and she could experiment constantly, but it also meant challenging conditions, lighting issues, and staying ahead of the learning curve became impossible at times. Turning your passion into art isn't easy. Carolyn was working a full-time job where she worked up to 50 or even 60 hours a week. She supports all the kids' activities 100%, and she's an amazing wife, to say the least. Finding the time to learn is hard. There simply isn't enough hours in the day. So when other people are binge-watching Netflix, she's studying, and when other people are sleeping in, she's practicing. That's how people get better at any skill. Skills are learned, mastered, and shared. But skill is only a part of what makes someone who takes pictures an artist. Photography is definitely art. There's not been a whole lot of debate about that. Art is a creation that produces an emotional response, and that's my dumbed-down definition. Instead of reading 85 definitions of art to prove my point, let me explain it this way. Seeing pictures of my kids create an emotional response from me. I see beauty, wonder, and all that. They're my kids. But art builds a bridge that didn't exist between people that don't know each other. This is a 2018 award-winning picture. But it's not just a picture, it's a piece of art. By the way, a fair use statement is in the description and the links are also in the description. How many colors do you see in this picture? What's up? What's down? Does this picture make you feel anything? It sure does me. It's my favorite piece from Sony's 2018 World Photography Awards. I would hang this in my house in a heartbeat. It's amazing. The artist captures a moment in which each part of the piece can be examined as the whole. Seriously, mentally cut this into 4 segments, and each segment is as amazing as the entire picture. It's not just that you might want to experience this location on a vacation destiny, because, we can create that feeling with our phones. It's that this artist has created a world that's layered, colorful, heavenly, and above all, beautiful and soothing to our eyes. And yet, the place captured is inhospitable. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but it's a volcano. It's dangerous there, and it's volatile, but yet it's beautiful. When I see this work of art, I'm thinking, some of the most beautiful things in life are the most complicated and difficult. Or maybe I'm thinking it's a commentary on life itself. Regardless, it's making me think something. I mean, listen, humorous sarcasm aside, what it's not is just a picture. Because this picture is not an accident. It was planned. And the artist wanted you to think about the work with wonder. How do you interpret this art? Let me know in the comments. But it's not just about color, because color can also be distracting for photographers. Taking pictures in black and white creates a timeless quality and it invokes nostalgia. But that's not the only reason photographers shoot in black and white. Shooting in black and white helps create visual relationships between the subject and the background. Photographers use black and white to understand the direction of light. And you may have already noticed this, but using black and white instead of color can really highlight human emotion. Artists use black and white to emphasize shapes and to help with negative space. But real artists don't use black and white as a gimmick. No, true artists use a variety of techniques as tools to build a bridge between you and the subject. And Carolyn is learning to use these tools, and she's getting better every single day. But every artist has to have instinct and the ability to identify a worthy subject. What impresses me the most about Carolyn's work is her instinct. See, you can't teach or learn instinct. You can only develop it. Instinct is often confused with talent, and neither of them are complete without a work ethic, tenacity, and perseverance. Let's not forget passion. I mean, if you don't love what you do, it really doesn't matter how good you are at doing it. But passion for anything comes and goes. Talent, instinct, work ethic, tenacity, and perseverance are required for any worthwhile endeavor. So when it's said that photographers have a natural eye for color, maybe there's some truth in that statement, but that's not the single most important quality of any artist. Instinct is a natural response to stimuli. It's the ability to identify a subject at a moment's notice. Having a work ethic means taking the time to learn a skill, so when that priceless moment comes, you know what to do. For photographers, that means knowing the light, the camera, the lens, making adjustments. Not just to take good pictures. Hobbyists are amazing at that. No, photographers have to know specific adjustments to invoke that emotional connection. Tenacity is having the drive to endure the time it takes to master the little things that makes average good, good great, and great, well, tenacity makes great work amazing. Tenacity includes enduring long hikes and perfect locations.
Folks, it's hot out there, and be sure my forehead is sunburned. But it was worth it. Had a good time.
Baking in the hot sun, swatting flies, and freezing cold temperatures. I like to define perseverance based on my own experience. It's when you continue to pursue and believe in a goal despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Perseverance isn't the same as faith, but it's the result of faith. Perseverance is an art that must be mastered by anyone wanting to accomplish anything.
Check out the picture I got of the White House.
Carolyn will be the first to tell you that she has a long way to go before she considers herself an artist, but I love being a part of her pursuit. And like this channel, she's getting better daily. She'll also be the first to tell you that it's more than just pushing a button, much more. People say things like, you'll get whatever you put into it, or practice makes perfect, but that's only half the story. The quality of what you're putting into your passion matters as much as quantity. And as far as practice making perfect, well, that just depends on the quality of your practice. Practicing poorly doesn't necessarily make perfect at all. But here's a guarantee, no one gets better at anything just by talking about it. And learning to take criticism, rejection, and isolation from friends and family when you're pursuing a goal is a part of whatever goal you're setting for yourself. It's built into the fabric of success. And sometimes it even sheds a light on toxic relationships. So Carolyn learns something new all the time, and she gets better all the time. And she already has a huge fan. And as a fan, I encourage you to join her Facebook page, @CarolynMarion Photography. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to click the like and subscribe button. My name is Bill Marion, and this is A Nose for Life. If you have time, check out one of these other videos.